Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Broadcasting live across the world right now. This is the Johnjay and Rich radio program.
Check 1, 2. Okay, Couples Podcast, week 3. This is Johnjay and Blake. We are in the studio recording the Couples Podcast. Hello, Bulky Veins. Bulky Veins, is that your name? Let's see, you've been here 2 seconds. You've complained about the clock not having a battery. You complained about my parking.
I complained that the mic stand thing is upside down.
The mic flag, because you were sitting at Kyle's chair.
I want to come and I feel like I want to clean this place up and organize it. It's crazy. You've got so much going on here.
I know. So it's a couples podcast, and we're a couple. So I was thinking, there's a bunch of people that have questions for us. What do you think is the best thing to do, Blake Van Ness? Can I sip your water? I got a terrible cotton mouth.
Just start asking the questions.
But is there anything
See
you
what
want to
they
talk
got.
about? You want to talk about? I'll just start out talk about how you complained about my parking today. You complained about my parking all the time.
Because you never pull in a space and park in the space when you have cameras that show you how to park in the space.
But when we got out of the car, what did you think of my park job?
Once in a while, it's on.
Okay.
And it works.
Today, coming here, I parked and you complained about my parking.
Yeah.
We got out of the car and then what?
Because you pulled up a little bit after
inch.
I complained. And then it worked out perfectly. You were in the car, in
Okay.
the space.
Questions. Let's see. I'm not going to read the names, but this person says, what makes you frustrated with each other?
Oh, they want the whole list?
Go ahead.
I think in a real sense, like the communication is sometimes we miscommunicate and there's frustration because I thought one thing and you thought another thing, and it really wasn't that. But are they asking like what I'm frustrated with you about?
Yeah. What do you think they're asking about? What are you frustrated with the government about? What are you frustrated about taxes? No, we're talking about this relationship.
I mean, like when you chew loud and our whole family has to switch seats at the dining room table because they can't take your chewing so loud and everybody in our family is completely aware of it.
That
kind of thing?
I guess so. What makes you frustrated with each other?
Yeah. And what frustrates you?
I think it's when you tell me how to park or when you freak out when I'm driving and you throw your hands up in the air. Like sometimes it makes me want to be like, that's it for now. We're just going to meet somewhere. I don't want to drive in the same car.
Well, I think sometimes, I mean, I witnessed a terrible accident and I think sometimes that comes back to me and I hold on tight and I get my reflexes.
Wait,
work.
You didn't witness a terrible accident. You showed up to the scene of a terrible accident like an hour later. And you saw, if that's the accident you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because you saw the end result of a terrible accident.
Yes.
Okay. So now because of that, you're frustrated, you get freaked out over my driving, even though.
Frustrated. I just, like, sometimes I get panicked.
Okay, here's another. Should we move to the next question?
Sure.
Ask Blake all of the things she loves most about you.
Oh.
Short list?
Let's see. I love his humor. I love how he loves me and brings me flowers and brings me an ice cream tea because he knows those are the things that I love so much. I love the way he parents our kids because he's patient and kind and funny, but still makes his point, and it makes it a lot easier for me to parent as well because I'm a little bit more structured and strict. I love that I love to I just love hanging around him. Like, we have so much fun. I wouldn't want to be with anybody else. He makes me laugh. He makes me cry. He's adventurous in some ways, and that's what I love about him.
Okay.
And I love his smile. When he shows his teeth in his smile, I love that.
What is John Jay's real age? Because I know it's not 38.
Hold on a second. How come that question doesn't go both ways?
It doesn't. I'm reading the question. It says, ask Blake all the things she loves about you.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't. Although if it does, I'm not down there yet. I haven't read any of these yet.
Well, I think maybe you should profess your love for me as well. Hello.
Are you asking me to answer that question?
Yes.
Ask John Jay all the things that he loves about her. Oh, what do I love about you? I love your smile. I love your heart. I love your strength, your forgiveness. I love your love. I love the way you take care of me. I like the way, generally speaking, you seem to always think about me.
When do I not think about you?
Well, probably today when you made me wait 45 minutes for you to get your hair done.
But you knew I was getting my hair done, so that wasn't a secret. And it wasn't delayed.
Mm-hmm.
And when the hair is done, you feel prettier.
I don't know why this one won't open. I can't read it for some reason. Okay. Do you want me to go on? Or isn't that good?
Enough?
That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're beautiful. I love your body. I really love your sex drive. Hello.
I'm sure.
What are your respective love languages?
You know what? That's such a good question because it's changed over the years. Like my love language used to be time spent, and it's become more acts of service because Johnjay has, and Johnjay's is more like the touch. His was the touch. I still think it is that, but I also think he likes the kind words. What was that one called? Words of affirmation. But anyhow, I think like when you feed the dogs, like that makes me so happy. That when you do chores around the house, that makes me happy.
Okay. And I think love languages can change. I don't remember what mine used to be, but now I think it's like I enjoy spending time together, right? And touch, right?
Yeah.
You think mine is words of affirmation?
Yours used to be words of affirmation, for sure. Like you.
Well, there's different levels. There's one,
Yeah.
two, right? So, I think right now maybe I'm really digging touch. Maybe, right? Okay, so what's yours again? What's number one for you?
I like the acts of service and time spent.
Okay. What are you guys planning on doing as empty nesters?
Oh, I can't wait. Like my big plan is to be able to travel and to, do things together and spend more time by the ocean.
But when are we going to be empty nesters? Because Jake comes home.
I know. We kind of got duped in this whole thing because Dutch is going to college, and the same week Dutch decided where he was going to go to college, Jake decided that he was going to come home and finish. So I was like, just kidding. We're not empty nesting yet.
I know. I was thinking about that yesterday. I was like, this is an adult podcast, but I was in the sauna in the garage, and I was walking out to the pool, and I was like, if we were empty nesters right now, we could just totally do it right here. It was just in my own head. But then, Dutch was home. There's always people at our house.
Yeah.
But it was fun to think that.
Yeah. Maybe someday.
Yeah.
When we're on vacation.
What is the quality you love the most about each other? Isn't that similar? Did we answer that already or
Yeah,
no? Okay.
I think we answered that.
Do you have a favorite dog breed?
Yes, we do. I think it's mutual. Tell me if I'm right or wrong, but I think it's the English Bulldog. We both love English Bulldogs.
Yeah.
And we will always have one.
Yeah, I was just looking at Maggie today. She's just the most beautiful dog.
Maggie,
She's such a
he's-
little bug. What are your tips for a long, successful marriage?
I would say you have to communicate. You have to have date night. You have to do things just with the two of you. You have to communication is the big thing, because when we've fallen short in our marriage, it's about communication.
Yeah, and I also think it's compromise too. I think you got to compromise on stuff. Like there's things that I don't necessarily want to do, but I'll go do, right?
Like the backgammon. I make you play backgammon every weekend.
That's an example. Yeah, I could easily go without playing backgammon.
But I think you like it now when you win.
I did win.
So that compromise has been
No, I mean, there's things that you
kinda
just
fun.
like yesterday, you wanted to walk to the Henry and get a drink, right? Like
I wanted to download our day.
I compromised. Like I could have said, let's just sit right here on the couch and do it. Like you have to compromise, or what else? Like,
But isn't it nice to go and be able to just sit and talk and not have dogs and kids and phones? We both left our phones, and we could just sit and download and see what the day brought. And
yes, that is nice. And when I look back at it, it's a compromise. At the time, I'm just like, I'm tired. I don't want to go.
yeah,
But you want to go, so I'm like, okay, I'll go for a walk with you. Like yesterday, I was trying to get my steps, and I think I was pretty much at my steps. And you want to go walk, and I'm like, I already have my steps in my mind. I already have my steps. I don't want to walk, but she wants to connect, want to talk, and I'm glad I did. But it's a compromise. You have to not, and that's a small example. There are much bigger examples of compromise, like Easter. We're going out with your family again, right?
yeah.
Right, I know.
Why is that a compromise?
That's a compromise. I like to stay home and not do anything.
It's Easter Sunday. Like, it's totally normal to go to brunch and church with your family.
Okay, maybe that was a bad example. There are things that I do that I compromise. I know that there are. I just can't give you a good example.
You just can't think of them right now.
What advice would you give to a couple that is struggling to conceive? And then she says, love you guys, love you too. And I got that a lot in the last couple of days. We started talking, like so many people message me a different form of that question. So what advice would you give couples that are struggling to conceive?
I think being patient and loving each other through it is so important because we've been there. We have done all kinds of infertility. We have had a loss. We lost twin girls, Kemper and Gracie, and that was devastating 25 years ago. But we still kept with it because we wanted to have kids. So I think if you have a common goal of having a family, that you have to be patient and love each other through all the ups and downs of it.
That's good. There's this comedian that dropped a special on Netflix a couple weeks ago. His name's Andrew Schultz, and I don't know the name of the special, but it was just a couple weeks ago. It's on Netflix. Andrew Schultz, and he gives a very realistic, comical point of view of what it's like for the guy to go through infertility, but also as a couple. And also, I would say don't get mad at stupid, insensitive people that say, just relax, you'll get pregnant, take your time. Those people that say that kind of stuff.
Or go out one night and get drunk.
And you'll get pregnant. Yeah. As the more I've learned about trying to have a baby, is the more I learned how freaking what a miracle it is to have a baby. That it's so hard. The chances of having a baby are just unbelievably hard. I know if you're listening to this, you're like, what do you mean? We did it one night. I know. But more and more people I meet are struggling to have a baby. Young people, they can't do it. I don't know what's in the food nowadays, but it might be something like that.
I think patience too. Like if you're patient with it and know that God has the perfect plan for you. I mean, we have a beautiful family, and it's not a traditional family.
Mm-hmm. I do. I love our family. Should I go to the next question? Or do you have more on that? I really like your hair. You look very pretty with headphones on. Can you hear on both ears, or is that one broken?
I can hear you talk through the microphone, I think. I don't think I'm hearing it through the headphones.
Turn up the volume down here. There's a little knob right here. No. You got to plug it in, Blake. You just got headphones on for no reason. You're not even plugged in. Hold on.
Well, I didn't know I was supposed to plug them in.
My God, your husband's in radio. Right here, look. Now talk.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I can hear now. How am I supposed to know that? I can hear you.
I'm sitting before we started testing the microphone, testing everything. Oh my God. Oh, okay, hold on.
I can hear you really good now.
Yeah, I bet. How and where did you meet?
So we met through our friend Christy, and we ended up, we met, actually you were in her car and we met. That's when we first laid eyes on each other. But then we ended up working together at a radio station in San Diego.
Yeah, that's right. I think I met you before we worked together, or no?
Yeah, you were bringing Jell-O shots to my house for a party.
I was picking up Jell-O shots.
Oh.
You made the Jell-O shots.
I made the Jell-O shots.
Right.
Okay, I forgot that part.
What's the last thing you two laughed uncontrollably about together?
Just now, because I didn't have my microphone plugged in.
No, you had your microphone plugged in. You didn't have your headphones plugged in.
I mean, my headphones.
What's the best thing about marriage and the hardest thing about marriage?
Oh, the best thing is like the camaraderie. You have two people to parent. You have two people to come home to at night. You have two people that go to bed together. Like, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And the hard part is...
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
When there's rough things in life that you go through, that's when you have to have the patience to get through them.
That's very true. I like having like I get so excited for things. I get excited to see you when I come home. I get excited. It's cool to have somebody to share things with. Like positive things, little things in life, big things in life. You know what I mean? I think that's a cool thing about marriage. How do you feel hard? Oh, no. How do you feel heard? How do you feel heard?
How do I feel heard?
I guess, yeah. How does that, I don't know. How do you feel heard? Does that mean anything?
I don't know. Like, you mean like in a conversation
Maybe
between the two of
when
us?
you're having
maybe
a conversation and you want me to hear you, like what you're saying. Like sometimes I say to you, I think you're hearing me, but you're not listening to me. I think there's a difference. So is there that? Is that what they mean?
Yeah, maybe.
Only message back? What do you mean? Okay.
I think, I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. I know that I like to be, even if you disagree with me, I like you to hear my side. And I think you like me to hear your side. So there's once in a while when we're like, wait a minute, you're not hearing me. So.
Well, like the newest thing for me in the last year or so is where you say something and like you said to me before, where, I don't always have to try to solve it.
Yes.
Right? Sometimes I just go, so ask you, do you want me to solve this right now? Or you just want me to hear you?
Yeah.
So then you just
and that's really good because sometimes I just want to be heard. I don't want you to provide a solution. I want to just be heard and let it out.
Yeah. Like as the man in a relationship, you want to protect and you want to take away your pain, so you want to solve things right away. I mean, even the most recent issue that just happened, like it kind of got resolved today. If you remember the one issue,
yes.
And I could have been quiet,
right?
But I wanted to get it handled,
yes,
to protect you, right? Mm-hmm. So I got that, and it worked out okay. Who apologizes first?
I do always.
No, you don't.
That is so true.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. It's in my nature.
You don't apologize first.
I'm like a middle child. Yes, I do.
I apologize to you first for our big fight we got into when I was in Atlanta. I apologize first, but also I was also right, but I just decided to apologize.
Because you wanted to get it over with?
Yeah, it wasn't coming through. So I was like, I was trying to get you to look at things from my point of view. So I tried to look at things through your point of view, and I could see how you could see the things that you saw and felt them the way you felt them. And because of that, I apologized. As far as the umbrella of the whole event, I think I am right, but I also could have handled it better. So I apologized to you first.
Yeah, but that's few and far between. I feel like I apologize first a lot because I also don't like conflict.
How often are you two guys intimate?
A lot.
You think so? Jeez.
A lot. Several times a week.
I wish.
Really?
Several times is 5, okay?
Several
couple,
doesn't mean 5.
Couple is 2. A few is 3. Several is 5.
Okay, that's probably fair.
5 times a week, you think we get
Okay,
intimate?
maybe 4. I don't know. A lot.
Where's the craziest place you've done it?
I don't know. I have to think about that. I've always wanted to on the beach, but never agrees.
I think that's more romantic in a movie, not in real life.
I don't know. What is your answer on that one? Oh, I do know.
Where? What?
In a church parking lot.
Oh, God, yeah, that was crazy. Well, we didn't know it was a church parking lot.
Yeah, we didn't know until after we left.
How does your wife feel about men asking for feet pictures?
Oh, I don't care.
Okay. Oh, let's see if there's more. I don't know how to work this thing here. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Before I go to the next round. Oh, I'm supposed to text Peyton. She's supposed to send me questions. Hold on. I'm doing this off of Instagram. Here we go. Hold on, Bell. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. You answered that. Is there a conversation with Blake before sharing something on the air?
I would say 50% of the time, maybe.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, when it's something very sensitive, yes. But you're very much the kind of guy that does things and apologizes later.
Yeah. Unless you say something to me, or I can kind of read it.
Yeah.
But
I usually say ahead of time, like, I don't want that.
How do, and I want both point of views, Blake and Johnjay, engage or start off sexy time? Who pulls the first move? I think usually I pull the first move.
Yes.
How do you two keep from murdering each other being together for so long?
You know what? It was funny. Somebody told us one time that we act like golden retriever puppies, because we just always gravitate toward each other, and it just works. And we have fun.
Also, like, you have a lot of friends and you go do stuff with your friends, and I'm fine with that, right? I also enjoy staying time at home. I think if I get, there's time where I need to be by myself. And fortunately for me with this job, I get about an hour and a half of that every morning before I come in here. It's just me. I can sit there, I can process, I can decompress. And then later on in the afternoon, I get about 20 to 30 minutes alone. Like, I drive with the radio off. I just listen to my thoughts, or I pray out loud. And in the afternoon, I will drive, like after the gym and come home. It's about a 15, 20-minute drive just in silence. And then I do have my routines where I like to, like I call you on the way to the gym in the morning. I kind of like doing that. But I like to decompress. I like to be in the sauna. I like the hot tub. There's things I like to do alone. I just started. Like, I went on that retreat last week. That was the first time I've ever done anything like that, and I kind of like that. I have a couple of new friends, and one of my new friends, we talked about going to Vegas for a football game or something, my friend Justin. And I was like, I could see myself doing something with him, like dudes doing a guy weekend or a guy night. And I just say that now, but when it comes down to it, will I really do it or probably not?
You will do it, but you'll kick and scream on the way there, like you did at the retreat last week when you got there and you started experiencing it. Like, it was so awesome.
I had a great time. It was a week ago.
So yeah, you'll kick and scream on the way there, but then you'll end up having an amazing time. Don't forget, you went to Miraval by yourself one time.
I like that.
And you did all that stuff.
By myself, but I don't do anything with friends. Like, I have a group of friends that go do something every year together, 20 of them, and I want no part of it.
Well, because they're going to a Devo concert and want you to wear the red hat. Like, come on.
Johnjay, can you talk more about your adult autism diagnosis? Has it changed your life? I don't know if I ever told you about this. I did this test on the air about
did I know about it.
So I kind of felt like, and one of the things it said was like, I wish I could remember, but it was like, do you feel different than other people? I've always felt different my entire life. I've always felt that people don't see me, people don't understand me. Like, sometimes I'm just like, this makes so much sense to me. How can other people not see this? And when I took this test, it was like, oh man. And I joked about on the air that I had adult autism, and it sure seemed like it. Like I fit right in there, to me, in my opinion. So sometimes I feel like when you and I are just not seeing eye to eye, for example, the last fight we got into with the Atlanta fight, or even the going home from the Suns game fight, it just made no sense to me how you could not see things the
Your way.
Yeah. And that's an autism thing. It just makes no sense. Like it blows my mind that you can't. And I haven't been officially diagnosed. Now I have been with ADHD, but not like that.
But you know what, though? You see, I say this all the time. You see the world differently. We will go to an event and you will talk about it on the air the next day, and you saw something completely different than I did. You see the world differently than most people, which is probably why you have so much success.
Oh my God, thank you, hon. Some of these are the same. So I don't have an official adult autism diagnosis, but I feel that I would. No, some of these are the same. Like, well, after Dutch leaves for college next year, what are your plans? I think we got into that. Yeah. What's your secret to a long-lasting marriage? I think we did that, right? Blake, have you taught your boys everything you do for Johnjay so they'll survive on their own?
That's actually a good question. Two of my boys are very independent, and the oldest and the youngest. And the youngest could have lived in an apartment starting at age 12 because he just has always been independent. The one I was worried about was the middle kid when he went off to college, because I was like, oh boy, he's a mess. How's he going to do this? But he's turned out to be do adulting very well. So I think it goes back to, we actually were talking about this the other day, that values are caught, not taught, and that they caught on to what I do and they have figured it out.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Okay, how does, a lot of these are all the same. Who's on top?
What does that mean?
Is that sex? Or is that sex question?
I don't know. Is that a career question? I don't know what the answer is.
You say career, I say sex.
Of course.
All right, and Peyton sent more, and they seem like they're all the same types of questions. Anything else you want to talk about? Anything we need to bring up? What's your take so far on this podcast?
It's interesting.
Do you feel comfortable sitting here in the studio like this?
Sure.
Do you think it'll be different if we do it again on our couch or something?
No, I actually feel more comfortable than I thought I was going to feel, because usually, like, I don't like to be in the limelight like this. I would much rather be picking up poop at the shelter and selling sponsorships, because that's my happy place and where I feel good. So, but it was comfortable.
You said let's take some pictures before we started the podcast. And I think you look great in these pictures. Your boobs look humongous.
Whoa.
Oh, here's one. Oh, you're gonna have to pick it out. 'Cause I know I don't care, but anyway.
What are you talking about?
The pictures. I was looking at the pictures of you and me.
Oh.
Yeah. Do we need to do any part of this podcast over because now you have your headphones plugged in?
Oh my God. When was the last time we really laughed? It was recently. Like, we laughed so hard, and we continue to say the next day, like, oh my God, that was so funny. But I can't remember what it was.
I don't remember.
It was just recently. Maybe last weekend. We're like, oh my God, that is so funny.
A couple things that we got going on. I was thinking, this podcast will drop on Sunday. So that means you still have time to get into Dog Mom's Day, which is a special event with Blake.
Oh, yeah.
Is it $100?
It's $125.
And you spend a couple hours with you and Kyle and Peyton and a whole bunch of moms and their dogs, right? And you get...
It's a really fun girly day. Like, you put a dress on and you bring your dog, and we have a dog treat bar and lots of shopping and music and food and then we have this like amazing swag bag this year. We have Skin Better and Philosophy and this cute teal bag and
is the dog collar thing going in there too?
And
Is that a surprise? Can we talk about it?
That's a surprise.
Oh, okay. So I don't talk about it on the air tomorrow?
Not yet.
Oh, because I think that's so freaking cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's going to be so great. And we have lip stuff. And then we have we don't really like to do a bunch of fundraising at the event. We like people to just come and have a great time. But we do have a couple of neat raffles. We have a bike, a cruiser bike, and it's just like the one that I have. Remember, that matches yours. I just love it so much. So we're going to have a cruiser bike and a Trader Joe's gift basket, and then a gift basket from Inside Out Aesthetics that has all the skin stuff and stuff in it. So it's all girly stuff and super fun day, and we're getting close to being sold out. So
good.
Amazing if you could.
So if you want to go, do you go to lovepupfoundation.org?
Yes.
You can buy tickets there, or go to Love Pup Foundation on Instagram, and there should be links. Also, on a personal note, long story, but we committed to Jake's apartment in Tucson for a year. He's going to be home in May, and we still have to pay for a year.
We're looking for somebody to sublease.
To sublease Jake's apartment. It's a 2-bedroom, but 1 bedroom he's responsible for.
Yeah.
But it's like it's called the Parker by University of Arizona. So if you're a student at the U of A, or your brother or sister is a student looking for a place to live, it's a sweet place. I would assume if we get them in early enough, they can answer all the questions so they pick the roommate for them, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because
absolutely.
the Parker will pick a roommate for you.
Yeah.
Or you could bring your roommate in.
Or you could bring them in.
Yeah. I mean, it's a sweet thing, and we need somebody. So shoot me a message on Instagram if you're interested in this apartment. It's on campus, right?
Yeah. It's right. Campus. Well, it's, yes, adjacent to the campus, but right there in the middle of all the activity.
Mm-hmm. What else we need to talk about? Everything good? Like, what else?
Everything's good.
It'd be totally wild. I mean, nobody's here right now. What if, we're talking about we're craziest place you had sex. What if you had sex right here, right now, during this podcast?
That'd be crazy.
Are you down?
No, you're not down for that. You would never be able to handle that.
I can't perform under such a short amount of time. But you would be?
I don't know, maybe.
You're so full of it. You're so full of it. Anyway. All right, so we're going to leave here and get something to eat?
Yep.
I have such a long weekend.
A fun weekend.
Yeah, we got Suns game Friday night. Oh, this is going to air Sunday. So by the time this airs Sunday, the crazy weekend will have already happened. Yeah. A lot of crazy stuff happened this weekend, so I'll be able to share Monday. Hope you enjoyed this podcast. If you like the podcast, just Blake and me chilling, shoot us a DM, comment, review the podcast. This is on the Afterwards podcast. Go to my Instagram, Johnjay Van Ness, and tell me what you like, what you didn't like. We're going to post a picture on Friday. I'll probably have pictures up the whole weekend of us in the studio during this podcast. All right, this is good. Are you good? Are you happy? Mm-hmm. Okay. Hold on. Let's see. Where's Dutch? That's another thing. We'll call Dutch. Where do you want to meet for dinner? I'm going to call him, let him be part of this podcast. This is the way this kid talks.
Interview him about us.
Where should we go to dinner?
What's good?
Hey, where do you want to go to dinner?
Am I meeting you guys or you just picking up?
Well, I don't want to pick up. I want to it's like.
Okay.
Let's go to Cava.
Cava? You want to go to Cava?
At that point, pick that up.
Yeah, no, or Chipotle.
Pita Jungle?
I don't want to go to Pita Jungle. Do you want Pita Jungle? Oh, what about Chipotle? We just pick up Chipotle then.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm tired of Chipotle.
How are you tired of Chipotle? Chipotle.
There once.
Yeah, I know. Twice. We ate there twice because we ran out of the good chicken. Like, I'm so craving that chicken. Pick a place right now. Both of you right now. Right now.
Chop
Let
Shop.
Mom pick. She's the picky one.
She said Chop Shop.
Chipotle.
I mean,
On the way home.
no, Chop Shop works.
I could do Chop Shop, but
Do I have to meet you guys there?
No, we'll just tell us your Chipotle order and we'll do that because that's easy on the way home.
there you go. Chipotle. She said Chipotle.
I'm folded on
Give
Chipotle.
in.
Sounds good.
See? How
All
I
right.
give
So
in?
text Mom what you want for Chipotle, okay? All right. How was your workout?
It was good. And I got a car wash. Mom, peep the car. It's clean. Don't worry about it.
Thank God. Hey, Dutchie,
What's good?
what's the greatest thing about your parents' marriage?
Probably you guys haven't gotten divorced.
Why do you say that?
Because I I see people with divorced parents, I'm like, damn, that must suck.
You don't want have 2 rooms?
Oh, that would be cool, though.
2 Christmases?
All right, never mind.
Bro, remember I had that penthouse picked out.
Yeah. You know what? Hey, forget my answer. That one doesn't count. The best part about having... Wait, what was the question?
The best part of your daddy and I's marriage. What's the best part?
Probably getting to witness what true love is like. Got you guys. You're welcome.
Do you ever hear your mother and I making love?
Oh, stop it.
God, no. I hope I never hear that.
That's terrible. That's traumatizing.
Son, when a man and a woman love each other.
Okay, all right. Hey,
Stop
hey,
it.
Look, I'm going to send Mom my Chipotle order. Y'all can finish
Okay,
this.
goodbye.
All right, boy. All right, bye. Oh, I got to call you in a minute. I'm going to hang up and call you downstairs. I got to give you an update on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
All right, later. All right.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.